everyone, welcome back to You Know Who. I'm your host, Brian Heinz. Well, last time on Spyfall, we learned that the Master was back and Gallifrey had apparently been destroyed by the Master in retaliation for all of these lies that they'd been told, and he told the Doctor that everything she believed was a lie. And that kind of sums up Doctor Who continuity, because it's constantly being rewritten. You never know what's happening. Your mind plays tricks on you. You play tricks back. It's like you're unraveling the sweater that someone keeps knitting, knitting, knitting. Oh, sorry. So are we going to find out what happened to Gallifrey in this episode? Probably not. We'll probably find out what happened in the very last episode of the season. That's kind of how these things work. But it's time for episode 3, Orphan 55. Join me, won't you? Okay. Whoa, wow, wait, whoa.
Great work, guys. And sorry again.
What the hell?
I did not know it was their mating season.
Graham, my son. I've got it.
There's plenty of sun and absolutely no deep space squid.
Deep space squid. Oh, so that was a tentacle. I thought it was a tail.
My mood's fine.
No. I've got to go and fetch me Speedos.
Speedos?
Only joking. Already got them on.
You know, I was thinking it'd be fun if they did some solo episodes, like one Doctor and Graham, Doctor and Yaz.
This is a bit of all right, isn't it?
Ryan can stay home with the babysitter.
O'Brien party of 4. Bandozy Herald coupons. I'm hyphen with a 3. Your customer host here.
I have questions.
I'm a bit worried about being separated from my
It's
ship.
the planet of the furries.
Exactly what.
This seems like a very cheap holiday.
I'm gonna sit
6
over there for 3 hours.
coupons.
Then I'm going to get up.
Oh yeah, this doesn't look sinister.
I don't care, we've got a physical reach.
We never needed to be married.
You say that, but...
Aww.
Oh, hello.
Not bad, is it?
It's absolutely gorgeous. This place has got everything.
Yes.
Welcome
Come
to
on.
Tranquility's Bar and Refreshment Zone.
It's a hopper virus. His machine's sick and he just passed his virus on to you.
How did I get a virus the same as a vending machine? I'm not a machine.
Humans always have the same reaction to a hopper virus. First you get the wiggly fingers, which is a warning the legs are about to go.
Wait.
Luckily, this is where my hopper first aid training kicks in. It's fine.
Seriously.
Make the black ball away.
For a top-of-the-line hotel, that seems like a bad thing to happen.
I'll investigate. It's probably nothing. Usually nothing. I say usually.
Yeah, it's usually something.
Please assemble at your nearest muster station. The
Oh.
nearest muster station to this zone.
Someone else sucking their thumb.
Teleport.
I'm a surgeon for pilots. So do you,
He's not even a good liar.
Hopoviruses?
Does this usually work?
What?
Pretending to be stupid so girls have to answer your question.
Hey, look, I'm not trying to chat you up.
And he's not pretending, honey.
Ability of currently experiencing challenges.
We thought it'd be a good idea to build a spa on top of a war zone, apparently. What is this? The indigenous population doesn't like them? What's going on?
You shouldn't be here. Leave immediately.
No! Oh. Wow.
To the linen cupboard in the north corridor immediately.
It's just a drill.
Not a drill. Repeat, not a drill.
Not a drill.
Sure, it's nothing to worry about.
God, I hope that was his drink. What's this planet really look like?
You get one. What planet is this?
Orphan 55.
You want a vacation on an orphan planet? Are you mad?
The radiation's dropped. It's safe in short spells. Get in the truck.
Orphan 55 is a planet, okay.
Was me inside that?
This whole planet looks dead.
Like every Viking TV series ever.
It's an orphan.
Or don't you want to be queen of Orphan 55 anymore, King?
Never mind the money.
Is she the owner, or is she just... I would assume she was a middle person, you know?
2%.
I don't think they should have taken everyone with them.
21%.
Seems like you're just asking for a high body count.
Drags.
Why do scary monsters never have noses? It's always just nostril holes. I suppose it's to give them a skull look and remind us of death. That sort of thing. Ryan, now is not the time for your weak-ass game. Wow.
This is a trap.
Yeah.
Presumably set by the dregs.
This mist is highly toxic, and when it clears, direct sunlight is worse. We get 10 minutes of solar blistering and then death.
The dregs have barbed wire?
Solar blistering. What a lovely phrase. Here's another one. Completely knackered vehicle. We're stranded. I need to check where we are.
Oh, they've got trees. That's a good thing.
Just past this ridge.
I know it's a luxury resort. It's probably a smart hotel kind of thing, but, you know, there's only 3 people running it.
Benny, where are you?
Oh my god, I suffocated her. Why?
In the hills all around.
Oh, wow. White Martians?
Back to the...
Will you marry me?
Oh, of course I will.
That's sweet.
Yes! What was the other one?
If anyone can, will they please shoot me?
Oh, Benny! What has it done to you?
I mean, marriage can't be that bad, right?
We shouldn't have left the dome.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. There's just escape hatches built into the wasteland environment. I guess that's infrastructure left over from when the planet was habited, though. I'll give him a pass on that. It's kind of dumb, but it makes a little sense.
Dad, we're doing okay.
Did you see Benny?
Yeah. Don't worry. I killed him.
Oof!
What did you just say?
Why didn't the dread kill him?
He was having fun.
There's a room down there where I stashed a medipack. Fetch it and we can get out of here.
You're not getting out anywhere. Bella!
What are you doing?
Shut up!
Yeah, what the hell is going on here?
My mum didn't really die. She just never came to any of my birthdays. She didn't come to his funeral. And she doesn't even recognize me now.
Oh, wait.
Trixabel. Oh. And she gave me the name Trixabel.
The teleport's behind you.
Wow, this is effed up. The dregs are the humans who used to live on this planet. We're all on board with that idea, right?
That daughter of yours.
Mommy didn't love me, now the planet has to burn. We've all been there.
It's a Siberian underground station.
This is Earth.
No. It can't be Earth. This is nothing like Earth.
Get down! I've got a shot.
There's too many of them. You don't have enough
Damn you! Damn you! You did it! You blew it up!
Yes.
This feels like a Peter Capaldi episode, you know, Deep Breath, the one where they're in space and Bill can't breathe. You know. Now we've got another one where we're running out of air. That's a favorite trope of recent Doctor Who, running out of air.
These stairs.
Oh, hello!
Oxygen supply refilling. Oxygen supply refilling.
Well, aren't you full of surprises?
Generating air?
Understand one more thing now. We'll hold this off for as long as we can. Somehow.
I still want to know how they were having fun with Benny. I mean, well, my God, there are a lot of them.
Not now, Silas. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate.
You never listen to me. Do it yourself then. Doctor, look. Outside the dome.
It's the bad parents hoedown. Do. I ignored my son until it was too late. Like that lady Kane, he met a gruesome fate.
Why should I take orders from you?
You caused this mess, and now you're gonna help fix it. Everyone regroup at the teleport.
I'm your mommy now.
Now, I'm gonna...
Not happening. Oh, okay. Yep.
He's not really whipping! Got a plan. Silas,
Is that going to
stay there.
depressurize the dome?
I'll distract you. You grab Silas and
It's a big dome, and it's a small wire, relatively speaking, so probably not right away.
That's a mess.
Sonny boy! A little green-haired spawn, come to daddy and do his job for him. Why do we have to keep doing the extreme close-up on them? We know what they look like now. It's okay.
Been brilliant.
Why do you
Hey, whoa, wait, what? She's alive? Why? How? When? Thumbsuckers of the world unite. Did you bite your thumb at me, sir?
Lives change worlds. People can save planets or wreck them. That's
Humanity,
the choice.
how dare you?
Be the best of humanity.
It's a popular quote.
Oh.
And so he says for Nikolai, well, oh, hi, welcome back. So we just watched Orphan 55. I've had very few minutes to think about it. I'm drinking my coffee now. Disneyland. I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but I recommend it. They'll probably own Doctor Who in another couple of years. They own everything. Orphan 55 was okay. Let's be honest, it wasn't a great episode. The ham-fisted, this is Earth, has been done since Planet of the Apes. And using an old trope like that to take a modern message of climate change and shame us with it is kind of new. I'll give them that. I mean, it's like, well, this destroyed planet was ours. Oh, but it was destroyed because you guys weren't paying attention to climate change when all the scientists were trying to warn you. So, okay, yeah. It's also not the first time they've used Doctor Who to address modern concerns. So, I mean, the aliens looked like white Martians. I don't watch Supergirl, so I haven't, but that's kind of what the white Martians look like in the comic books. So they kind of glossed over, I mean, they really just, the bad relationship between Bella and her mom, Kane, like, oh, I don't even recognize you. That's a pretty effed up relationship, admittedly, but then it was also like, it was just handled so quickly and just done on such a quick turn so as to give Bella a reason for wanting to destroy the place. A lot of unanswered questions as to why that virus was there, who put it there. There were just a few too many moving parts to this episode. They had the bad mother-daughter relationship and then the bad father-son relationship to parallel it. There's the relationship that's gone bad, but there's a relationship that gets good. But then that gets good at the very end too, maybe. So, I mean, I really didn't need the father ignoring his son. That was kind of a really pointless set of characters. And it took time away from characters who needed development, like Kate and Bella, essentially. And Hyphen, that was just terrible makeup. It's like, she looked like a furry. Somebody going to one of those furry conventions, and here's a little clown makeup on my nose and lips, and then furry hat and tail. Like, she looked like a bargain basement barf from Spaceballs, essentially. And again, a character who didn't really serve a purpose other than to die. Now, I like the old characters, Benny and Velma, and what happened to Benny? That's what I'm dying to know. They took him, and, oh, I shot him. You're welcome. Like, what? Okay. What? We didn't get to see what had happened to him. We didn't get to see why they kept him alive, why they were having fun with him. Were the dregs sadistic? Did they understand that they used to be humans and they wanted revenge on the humans who were there? I mean, it just, a lot of things happened that we didn't really get satisfactory explanations for, and that kind of always bugs me. This was a Ryan episode, and I am not a fan of Ryan, as I've made clear over the last year, but at least they gave him something to do, even if it was flirt terribly. It's kind of got to act as a caretaker to Vilma, and I'll give her credit, that look on her face as Vilma gets teared apart by the dregs. It was like, she had good face acting there. The doctor dealing with a destroyed planet should have triggered some things from last episode, but it was, again, we're not talking about that right away. We'll probably talk about it again by the middle of the season and then at the end of the season. So the whole Gallifrey was destroyed by the Master subplot is on hold for now. Graham, again, not too much to do this episode. That's a problem with 3 companions. That's a large TARDIS crew. And I think it was during they said during the Peter Davison era, the problem was they always had to have 2 companions with the Doctor, 1 companion going off. Adric or Tegan or Nyssa would be off in a corner doing something else while the other 2 companions were being busy with the Doctor and the plot. It's a little too much. And like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing an episode where it's just Graham and the Doctor, or it's just Yaz and the Doctor. Yeah, good effects, bad plot, decent acting, but too many characters, and I think the special effects must have eaten up some of the budget because the makeup, the obvious green hair wigs, and then the terrible furry makeup on Hyphen was like just awful. So this was a pretty pathetic, mediocre episode. I don't think it'll be going on anyone's best of lists. There were some moments that I enjoyed. Doctor finding out that the aliens, the dregs gave off oxygen. That was kind of cool. I'm like, well, are they trees? Did plants mutate into these things? Like, no, they're people, but that doesn't explain. They survived by learning to, or their bodies mutating to adapt to carbon dioxide instead of oxygen, I guess, but it's never really spelled out. Beyond that, I don't really have too much to say. Okay episode, not even okay, kind of bad in a lot of ways, but they gave most of the TARDIS people something to do in this episode. Good special effects. That's usually, unfortunately, it's usually good plot, bad special effects, bad plot, good special effects. I don't know why that's the fulcrum Doctor Who seems to swing on these days, but there you go. So that is it. Thank you for joining me for Doctor Who Orphan 55. I'll see you back here on You Know Who next time. Until then, this is You Know Who, and I'm your host, Brian Heinz.